Quran only one way. Therefore, Allah steps in. After a big deal, Allah gives the Quran in many different ways. Ahmed Didat, even the Zakir Naik, even Mansour says there was only one Quran, but Muhammad, Prophet of Islam, discredits them. At the time of Muhammad, there was not one perfect Quran. At the time of Abu Bakr, there was not one perfect Quran. At the time of Umar, there was not one perfect Quran. At the time of Uthman, there was not one perfect Quran. We look at the Islamic tradition, and then Islamic tradition tells us, actually, approximate 548 verses got missing as they compiled the Quran. We look at the Islamic tradition. Islamic tradition tells us a sheep came and ate the word of God. I'm sure you are not amazed that I've got 31 different Arabic Qurans. It contains 56,664 variations, and they are all named in the different Arabic Qurans.
Defending his final book, the Qur'an, as a guidance and taken its role himself to protect it from corruption. He's made it into a book that is inimitable, a book that cannot be matched or something that can be imitated. With the companions to read this Qur'an and an order placed so that all of the other non-official copies to be removed from circulation. You had these readings now collectively agreed by the Muslim scholarship in the community that these are the 10 authentic mutawatir mass transmitted readings of the Qur'an. The Qur'an that we have today is what the Qur'an that the Prophet left behind in this multiform text, multiform recitation through these readings by our companions and the tabi'uns and the scholars. Manuscripts will reflect the different readings. But don't forget, manuscripts can have scribal errors where they will be corrected. They will be corrected with any omissions or additions. Manuscripts of the Qur'an, clearly, some of them demonstrates that the Qur'an that we read today is exactly you can read in the manuscripts that we have found in various places in the world.
Muhammad forgets certain verses and praise mankind for reminding him the verses. People are complaining there are the verses not in the Quran, and what happens is that is the moment Allah steps in and then says, no, it's not you are forgetting the verses, I am sending something better or similar. What kind of creator? If he is going to send something similar, he already discrediting what he sent. That question the character of creator.
When you mention about the Qur'an hasn't been changed to the dot, you mentioned a few people. You mentioned Ahmed Didat, Zakir Naik, you mentioned myself. If you have heard myself, which now I am doubting that you've heard, I've clarified the position. That when we talk about the dots not being changed at all, even to the dot, even to the sound, I am referring to the different readings that are transmitted to us. So when we talk about the reading of Hafs, for example, the Hafs reading, anywhere in the world today, anywhere you go, this reading we know it's been preserved even to the dot, to the letter, to the vowels, to the sound.
When you made a claim that not even though they changed, you are talking about the Hafs Quran, you are talking about the Warsh Quran, you are talking about the Al-Bazi Quran. No sir, that cannot be the case. When you say not even the Quran, don't change in the Quran, you are talking about the Quran, you must be talking about the Quran which is revealed to Muhammad by an angel Gabriel. That is the same Quran. That is the same Quran Umar and Hisham argued about. That is the same Quran Muhammad struck. You're okay? That is the same Quran that Ubay bin Ka'b got struck on his chest because he had a doubt regarding the revelation. That is the same Quran. That is the same Quran where first caliphs practiced the Buddha and then compiled. last prophet that gave the Quran, yet it is the Muhammad who forgot the Quran.
The Quran is clearly being recited for ease of recitation and reading in a way that has certain variations divinely sanctioned. This verse that the Prophet ﷺ forgot, of course, it just had a lapse in memory, that's all.
You said, yes, Muhammad was only human, of course he had forgotten. Guys, Muhammad is not only human for you, Muhammad is the man Allah trusted and gave his last revelation. He's not only human. You must obey Allah, you must obey Muhammad. I am amazed, 2017 at Speaker's Corner Mansour, you stand here and then you say, no, that's not a textual variation, that's the scribal errors. Not, sir, that's a textual variations. Muhammad who forgot the Quran. Of course, remember, amazing Allah steps in and then says, oh, it's not your forgetting, I am causing you to forget my eternal word. Quran is identified as the eternal word of Allah.
Read ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. And I read للعالمين نذيرا. It's a difference in tajweed.
Can you translate that to English?
Qur'an is in Arabic, recited in Arabic.
Why are you scared to translate that to English for us? So we can check it out what it is you are reading for us. If Allah cannot communicate with me in my language, that is shame on Allah.
They are all traced back directly to the Prophet ﷺ. All of them. The community of the whole of the Muslims. They gathered together. Yes, we have a chain of transmission.
Go on, tell us.
Yes, we have. I will show you all the chains. We have this chains of transmission all the way from today going back to the Prophet in these transmissions. I did not say that there are no variations between them. Omar said there were variations. Hisham said there were variations. These variations are what? Divinely sanctioned to facilitate the reading of the Quran.
Can you read it for us? Okay, so a Muslim missionary at Speaker's Corner is so afraid to prove us that he knows Arabic, he understands Arabic. Can you please translate it us as you read it for? As you read it.
Look, I'm an Arabic speaker. My Arabic is not that great. This is the reading of Hafs and Duri. يكذبون and يكذبون. What you need to understand is this. If you see both of the reading with a dotless text, it's the same text. You can read وَقُولُوا حِتَّةٍ نَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ خَطَايَاكُمْ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ. The same text.
What does it mean?
You can read.
What does it mean?
It's there already.
What is it? Tell us.
100% of the Quran contains textual variation. 100% of the Quran. Remember, at the time of Muhammad, Quran did not have the dots. That would be the Quran, which people write it down. Verses are eaten by sheep. Your Islamic tradition tells us those verses are missing altogether. 568 verses are missing.
If there are variations, we expect them to be at least to have some changes in meaning. We are not saying they're all identical in meaning. There are slight differences in meaning, but all the differences are not contradictory. They're all complementary. There is only one Quran. There is only one text. There is one Quran the Prophet taught in the multiform way of recitation.
Mansour confirms that there were multiple Qurans. Surah 15 verse 9, Surah 6 verse 115. Allah confirms He is going to protect His word, yet amazing ship turns up out of the blue, comes and eats the verses, yet those verses are not in the Quran. When Muslim says not even a dot change, they're misguiding you and
reading is kaffalaha, and he put the care. So the Lord accepted her with goodly acceptance. He made her grow in a good manner and put her under the care of Zakaria. This is one reading. The other reading, as you translated here, so the Lord accepted her with goodly acceptance. He made her grow in good manner, and he, Zakaria, took charge of her. So one is the one who took in charge, Zakaria, or God put Zakaria in charge. What is the difference?
True Qur'an.
The meanings are complementary.
True Qur'an.
This is Quranic text. Consonantal letters without dots. Okay? This is the current Quran. They are different.
Authentic, mass transmitted. All of them are Qur'an. All of them are acceptable by Muslims. So all the differences that you have, every single one of them are divinely sanctioned, authentic.
Yes, they're all
Quranic
different.
readings.
Yes, they're all different. Throughout centuries, Muslims are making the same claim. There is only one Quran and not even a dot changed, and that Quran goes back to Muhammad. But today, Mansour confirmed with us that he does not even know Arabic. What we've done is we looked at the Qurans at the time of Muhammad. They were different. We talked about the Qurans at the time of the companions of Muhammad. They were different.
Yep.
We talked about modern Qurans, and they are all different.
Yep.
Thanks to Mansour, he produced a consonantal, not dot version of the Arabic verses, and we compared them and we saw they are very, very different than what we are reading today. Even Muslims are seeking for the eternal word of Allah. They need to come back to Lord Jesus Christ. People are gonna stand and bow down to him one day, willingly and unwillingly. It is the eternal word of God. Never change, never change, and never corrupted. That is the eternal word of Allah. One, not many. One, not 30.